Haha, yes. I finally taken over Daniel's channel.
Tyler, what are you doing on my channel?
I'm sorry about that. Your door was unlocked. I gotta get going now. And by the way, congratulations on 500 subscribers. See ya.
Strange, I never leave my door unlocked. Anyways, thanks, Tyler. Where was I? We hit 500 subscribers! Yes, folks, that is correct. We have finally hit 500 subscribers. Honestly, I can't even believe it. Without your guys' help, I wouldn't be able to do this channel. From me starting out, I only think I would get 100 subscribers or so, but here I am, 500. Anyways, let's get on with the video, shall we? First question comes from the Windsor Rails. What is your favorite GO transit station? So if I had to pick one that I rail fan out of, it has to be Mount Pleasant due to the fact that I've been growing up on that station for many years now, and I just love the shots that you can get, such as right here. Anyways, thanks Windsor Rails for your comment. So from the Toronto rail fan, his questions are: what type of tripod do you use? What got you into rail fanning? And what is the best CN locomotive in my opinion? So for what type of tripod I use is the Velbon CX586 with the Velbon PH368 fluid pan head. And what got me into rail fanning was that one day when I went to go see the GO train, I fell in love and I started going out mostly every day just to see CN trains with all this different power and whatnot. And this was back in the day, of course, when the Dash 8s were still around, of course. And I think what the best CN locomotive is, in my opinion at least, has to be the Standard Cab Dash 8, the SC75I or or the 9WL. I really love those. Thanks, Toronto Rail fan, for your comment, by the way. So this next question comes from Tyler M. So his first one is: what is your favorite type of locomotive? Are you planning to go on to the ballast sub more often? What are your opinion on the refurbished GO Transit cab cars? What is your favorite spot to rail fan at? How long have you been rail fanning? And what are your future plans for rail fanning? Alright, let's start with the first one. What is my favorite type of locomotive? Probably I'd have to say the SC75I or the 9WL. They're chef's kiss. Love them. Alright, number 2. Are you planning to go to the ballast sub more often? Okay, here's the thing. The ballast sub is super far for me. Cause I haven't, Pefferlaw was my first time going. But other than that, I probably, I don't even know if I'll be able to go to the ballast sub one day. I don't even know, but hopefully I'll get that opportunity one day to go again. What are my opinions on the GO Transit refurbished cab cars? All jokes aside though, I do actually really like the new refurbished cab cars. I think they look pretty sleek and modern, and I'm kind of excited to see them roaming around on GO Transit. Another one of Tyler M's questions is, what is your favorite spot to rail fan at? Like I said with the Windsor Rails, my favorite spot to rail fan at / my favorite GO station is, well, Mount Pleasant, due to the fact that, well, I've grown up on that station. And how long have you been rail fanning for? I think I've been rail fanning since like 2016 without a camera, and then 2020 happened, and well, we couldn't go outside and whatnot. But after that, when I got my first iPhone, I think my first train video was uploaded in April. But yeah, so I've been rail fanning with a camera for a decent amount of time. And what are my future plans for rail fanning? Well, it has to be going to different subdivisions, meeting new rail fanners, and overall just going out to new places to see new things, like the Canadian Pacific. I went to Lisgar on the Galt sub. I think it's mile 25.09 on the Galt subdivision. So thank you, Tyler M, for asking me these questions, and thank you for doing the intro, by the way. It was a great one. So let's move on to our next question. Gevos are totally rad. All jokes aside, though, I do think Chivos can be rad at times, such as like an X-City rail, kind of like this, maybe, or a heritage unit, or even when they're highballing like this. But honestly, they're too common for me, so I don't even know. So thanks, Ontario Productions, for your question. My friend Dazod500 asks, are older trains better than newer trains? That's a very good question, but he only did that one, but then he edited it, so I hear there's 6. So number 2 is, does seeing a train bring up your dopamine levels up? Strange question, but I don't I'll answer that. Are trains better abroad or in Canada? What train company is the best in Canada, of course? What would happen if someone fell onto the rails? He knows I'm not the best guy to ask. There's a whole other YouTube channels for that. And where would you be down to go see a landmark of a train station that does not exist anymore, where U.S. president was assassinated? What? Alright, enough of that. Let's start with the first question. Are older trains better than newer trains? So this is a very tough question, because on one hand, I love my diesel locomotives, such as, let's say, an ACE or the SC70M-2 or the GP38, but on my other hand, I love my steam locomotives, such as the 210 Russian Decapod, the 260 Mogul. I love a lot of steam locomotives and diesels, but if I had to choose one out of the 2 options, diesels or steam locomotives, I'd probably go with steam locomotives due to the fact that, well, I love the sights and sounds, I love the bell and the whistles and whatnot. And does seeing a train bring up your dopamine levels up? So I wouldn't say like seeing a train would bring it up, but seeing that, like, I see it on like my train program called the ATCS, or seeing it on the ATCS, that gets me kind of excited to see what's on it. But let's see, are trains better abroad or in Canada? Honestly, I'd say trains are much better than here. Like, different companies such as like the Union Pacific, the Burlington Northern Santa Fe, or BNSF. Like, there's so many better railways than Canadian National and CPKFC. But alright, that's number 3. Number 4, what train company is the best in Canada? Hands down, if I'm talking about foreign power, I'd probably have to go with Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. I hate saying that, due to the fact that, well, there's more foreign power and older power. However, CN does have a good variety of power when it comes to stuff. So you could have, let's say, a boring GEVO, but then you could have, I don't know, a 9WL on random trains. Like, it's always mixed. And number 5, what would happen if someone fell onto the rails? Listen, all I'm gonna say is that's trespassing. You guys should never do it. I do not encourage it. You guys should never do it. You can get into serious trouble. But if you want highly detailed, I can't even speak today. Like, high detailed information, go check out other channels and whatnot. They have really good information. And would you go down to see a landmark of a train station? Okay, I don't know what the 6th question is, but sure, I would. Thanks to Zod500 for your question, by the way. This next question comes from the Friendly Neighborhood Rail fan. So he asked, what is your favorite CN Dash 8 model? What is your favorite Canadian Pacific locomotive? What are your opinions on the Via Chargers? What is your rail fanning spot of all time? What is your favorite CN locomotive? And what is your favorite steam locomotive? Alright, let's get into these. Start with the first question. What is my favorite Dash 8 model? So my favorite Dash 8 model has to be the standard cab or the Dash 840 CM. I don't know, it's just something about them. They just look really nice, and I love the Dash 8s myself. They're one of my favorite locomotives. Let's start with number 2. What is my favorite CP locomotive? I'd say my favorite CP locomotive has to be the ACU. Yeah, whatever. I like the EMD A series, so like the SC70 ACE, or like the M-2. Listen, I know they're not called the A series, but still, I like that, like, general design of them. So like the ACE, the ACU, the M-2, like all of them look really nice. So the third question is, what is my opinion on the V-Rail chargers? So my opinion is that I think they are actually pretty nice. Honestly, I like the design of them, and honestly, I'm just glad that they're going to be replacing a lot of their older fleet of passenger cars and locomotives and whatnot, seeing how V-Rail's has already rebuilt a lot of their locomotives, and now looks like they're going to be retiring them or keeping them for long distance trains such as VO1 and whatnot. But I think they're really nice. But the new paint scheme, though, that we don't talk about. We don't talk about that one. Another one of Friendly Neighborhood Rail Fans' question is, what is your favorite spot to rail? What is your favorite rail fanning spot of all time? Okay, so I don't have any videos of Goreway Drive, but the time that I did go one day, it was just incredible. So many trains coming in and out of like Malport Yard and then Bit, and coming from other subdivisions. It was just incredible. So that would be my favorite spot if it was still alive. However, my favorite spot currently to rail fan at is, believe it or not, Georgetown. Even though I don't get to go a lot of the times, however, I love the spots. Like, nice open area. You got like perfect shot opportunities, go train stop on a different platform. So it's like the CN halt and sub, and then there's a switch that diverges onto the Go Transit little siding where the stations are. And that's what I really like about Georgetown, because sometimes more than not even, you just won't get blocked, which is incredible. And another one of Friendly Neighborhood Rail Fans' question is, what is my favorite CN locomotive? So just like what I said with the Dash 8s, it's got to be either the standard cab Dash 8 or the Dash 840 CM. I don't know, it's just something about them. They just look pleasing to look at. I'm sad that they're gone, but they're still on CN, to say the least, but they're not an operational. Well, I know one of them's sitting, I think, in a yard in Illinois, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. You guys have to look that up yourself, but let's move on to the next question. And the last question from the Friendly Neighborhood Rail Fan is, what is my favorite steam locomotive? So this is a tricky one because there's a lot of steam locomotives that I like. But if I had to choose one, it'd probably be Strasbourg Railroad number 90. I don't know, I remember seeing it first when I went to Strasbourg, and I was just blown away because I've seen it in all these other videos when I was younger, and I've always wanted to see it in real life, and then I did. So I think that had like a childhood connection with me. But thank you, Friendly Neighborhood Rail Fan, for your question. My iPad just went off, sorry about that. Thank you, Friendly Neighborhood Rail Fan, for your questions, and let's move on with the next person. This next person is Gamer Villy. So she asked, what is your favorite train that you have seen? So I'd have to say my favorite train that I've seen, hands down, has to be IC6250. This probably has to be one of the rarest catches I've ever caught, and without the Friendly Neighborhood Rail Fan letting me know of this train was happening, I probably wouldn't even be able to see it. So thank you, Gamer Villy, for your question, and I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys for 500 subscribers. I honestly can't believe it. This video took forever editing, but it was worth it so that you guys can be featured on my channel. I just want to say thank you all so much for 500 subscribers. Hope you all have a great day, and this is Daniel Train saying peace out, folks.